how you doing? My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my channel, please press the like button. If you like them even more, please subscribe. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Well, it's the weekend and it's warm. It feels warm to me, but you never know with the weather what's going to happen. 1 minute it's sunny and it could go overcast and even rain. So I'm looking forward to the weekend. I don't know what's going to happen today or tomorrow. I just take each day as it comes. Alexa, what's the time, please?
It's 8:24 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Saturday the 3rd of September.
And Alexa, what is the weather like? Alexa, the weather.
Right now in Rochester, it's 16 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds and thunderstorms, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 14 degrees.
Lots of clouds and thunderstorms. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right guys, so this is the anniversary of when I came down to Chatham in 2008. I came down on the 3rd of September 2008 from Gloucestershire to Chatham. So how many years have I been down here now? I was in Gloucestershire for 22 years and then I didn't plan to come down to Chatham, it just happened that way. So 2008, 10 years on is 2018, 19, 20, 14 years I've been down here. When I only intended to stay down in Chatham for 2 weeks. I'm not in Chatham now, by the way. I've actually lived in Rochester for 2 of those years, 2. So I was in Chatham for almost 12 years and then I moved here in August 2020 and I've lived here just over 2 years. So time flies, I can tell you, and it goes quick and life is short. That's why I don't like this bullying and this silly business. There's no need for it. I came down just before my 40th birthday and I am 54 this year. So I came down just before I was 40 because I am 54 on the 27th of September. And I came down just before my father's birthday in 2008, which was the 5th of September because my father Derek Trower passed away suddenly in August 2021. 25th of August. So my mum Jennifer said she actually felt a bit scared and she wanted me to spend Monday with her, which would have been my dad's 77th birthday. So I just don't know how the weekend's going to pan out. No one knows how anyone feels or what's going to happen. So I'm just taking life as it comes. So my dad's been dead a year and my mum and I have lived separately. My mum lives in Chatham, I live in Rochester, and my mum phones me daily to check how I am and we both know how each other are. But when my dad took me to the caravan once, he put on a film called Ladies in Lavender and it was about 2 elderly women living together. That's what it's called, Ladies in Lavender. I do not want to live with my mother. I want her to live an independent life as far as possible and I am not elderly yet. I've still got time to meet someone and settle down and start again, not for very long, but you know, to have some happiness. I don't want to live with my mother. I don't want to, you know, I want male company at some point. But that's what my dad was doing. He put on a film about two elderly women living together. I don't know what was wrong with my father towards the end of his life, but he was a shadow of a man that he was when I was younger, and he was just wandering around, you know, taking me to places, and just had a really miserable look on his face. I'm not saying he was being forced to do the things he did to me, but it wasn't right what was going on. He wasn't acting like a normal man at all. You know? And it's like I was in that Starbucks yesterday, and my mum rang. It was like a comedy show. 2 pug dogs in Starbucks. How are you, Janestra? I hope you have a good day. And then the girl walks in with 2 pug dogs. If someone wants to walk into a shop with a couple of hairy dogs, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. But if it's near food and near drink, it's unhygienic. That's all I'm saying. So, you know, I went out for a couple of hours by myself, and the noise and the interference, dustpanning and brushing near my table when I'm eating, banging, clanking. You know, I'm an adult. If I want to stay out for 2 hours, that's my prerogative. When I got off the train at Chatham railway station, you've hit Chatham when the weed aroma, the stink of the marijuana. So you get off the train and you just go by Wetherspoons and the drugs. Everybody's giggling, everybody's laughing. You get a waft of weed right up your nose. So I'd already inhaled tons of cannabis before I went into the post office. It's just everywhere, isn't it? Marijuana. And vape shops. Vape pipes and marijuana. I should have worn my face mask. I should have. Yes, I went in a few charity shops. When I went into the post office, there was a woman with her granddaughter. She was with her granddaughter, or her daughter even. And she went, "What are we going to get for Granddad?" in front of me. "What are we going to get for Granddad?" So I had a woman with a child in front of me. "What are we going to get for Granddad?" Charlotte called my father Derek Granddad. Derek Trower was Charlotte's granddad. And her little daughter Amanda used to go and see my father Derek. And she went, "Say hello to Granddad. There's Granddad." In the Demeltzer charity shop, there was an old man with a beard. Yeah. He had a pile of stuff. Yeah. It's like something out of a comedy show. I feel like an old lady before my time. When I went into the Heart Foundation shop in the Pentagon Centre to get just 3 DVDs for £1, the chap said, "Can you see to this young lady?" which was very flattering. When I came home and walked under the Rochester Bridge, somebody said, "Old bitch, old bitch." When I put on Ricky Gervais's DVD last night, right? He was talking about that Scottish singer. Oh, I've forgotten her name. But he was calling this famous Scottish singer a mong. She had a beautiful voice, but the face of a mong. Now you've got to remember that people watch that, and I know it's a joke, it doesn't bother me, I've been called a mong. A lot of men call, in quotes, older women mongs, because they can pick up a 24-year-old when they're nearly 60. There's a lot of married blokes out there with 24-year-old women, but you don't really much see it the other way round. You know, but some women are starting to look good in their old age, and they are going out with younger men. But you know, an older man can go out with a younger woman. So you've got 60-year-olds with 20-year-old girls walking around on their arm. They know it's not going to last, or if it does, the old geezer's going to kick the bucket, isn't he? And she's going to be left with all his money. Why do you think a younger woman marries a celebrity, an older celebrity, an older man? Because she knows that full well that when he dies, all his millions are going to be left with her. That's why they're not stupid. And men don't care, because you know, they can get off with a younger woman. She'll do anything for them, if you know what I mean, and that's fine. But Ricky Gervais was talking about fat, overweight women. He was talking about women being mongs, M-O-N-G, not Down syndrome, he said, just mongs. Women that don't look all that. Right, I'm sorry, but I do like the Scottish singer with the beautiful voice. And, you know, I've got brain fog. I'm going through the menopause, and I've got bloody brain fog, and I keep forgetting things. I keep putting my keys in the fridge and stuff like that at the moment. The famous Scottish female. Google anything, you see. Google absolutely anything. It's come up with Susan Boyle. He called Susan Boyle a mong. Ricky Gervais. But there are other famous Scottish singers. There's Elizabeth Fraser, Amy MacDonald, Lulu. Right? There's Scottish groups as well, lots of them. But Susan Boyle, Ricky Gervais says she was a mong. A woman that doesn't look all that. But then you've got to remember he's a comedian and he's just making jokes, he doesn't mean it. But where do you draw the line? You know what I mean? How far do you go? Right? That's what you've got to think. And at the time I looked at Ricky Gervais and I thought, well, you're not thin, mate. You're not thin. You're not fat, but you're not thin either. So, fat women, you can hear them when they wear high heels. When fat women wear high heels, you can hear them walking down the road. And I actually looked out the window after I'd watched Ricky Gervais DVD. And guess what? There was two large women going out for the night in high heels. Two larger women going out for the night in high-heeled shoes. After I'd come back from walking Max in the evening after watching that DVD. Creepy. Very creepy. It's like you're being spied on and listened to. Ricky Gervais on DVD. Later on I watched Trance with Vincent Cassel, French actor. Trance, and that was horrific. Blood and gore and a dead body in the back of a boot, decaying with maggots eating the rotting corpse. That was just before my dad's birthday. I really enjoyed watching that. Seeing all the maggots and flies eating a dead body. Although it's acting and the body wasn't real, it bloody well looked like it and terrified the shit out of me last night before I went to bed. 15, and you open the boot and the fucking maggots are eating a dead body. Right guys, plans for today, take Max out and see how it goes, because you just don't know what's going to happen. When my poor father Derek went to the toilet, he didn't know he was going to drop dead about 5 minutes later. Well, there you go, that's life. Don't be cruel to people, be nice, and I'll see you later.